You have to play the game in order to win. Depending on how you look at it, that can be unfortunate. But it's a great thing when you realize you've already won the game. You just don't even know it yet.
Mogul Motivation. Empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I'm your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur trying to get over that hump and make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to go forward and accomplish that dream. And a couple months ago, I was chatting with a fraternity brother of mine. I'm going to go ahead and name drop him because that's my dog, Freddie B. Freddie B knows I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. He's given me a lot of wisdom, a lot of advice over the years. In fact, he even hired me to shoot his wedding when he got married all those years ago. And I was talking to Dog and, I was telling him how, yes, I'm not broke anymore. My bills are paid. The business is going great. I'm making money. But I know I could be making more money. I could be making far more money than what I'm bringing in right now. And the reality that I'm not was very frustrating. And Dog just straight up told me, he said, the money is going to come, but you've already won. And I was like, what do you mean by that? He was like, you have control of your time. And when you think about it, isn't that what we all are striving for? Like, yeah. We work because we want money. We need money. We need money to cover our bills, to have shelter, to have food, to provide for our families, our children, to, do the things that we want to do. We need money for all of those things, unfortunately. Healthcare, many of these things that shouldn't even require money, but capitalism runs this world. So therefore, we do need money for all of these things, right? That's why we work. And people, they love to say, oh, I work because I love to. No, you don't love to work. You work because you have to. But if all your needs were met, if many of these things did not require money, you would not work. You would not work voluntarily. You would do whatever you want, whenever you want. Control of time is what we are all after, ultimately. Money is just a byproduct. So when Dog told me that, it blessed me. And it made me realize that although I have endured a lot of ups and downs, although I still do right now at this moment have a lot of money trauma because I grew up poor, I grew up broke. So therefore, I'm always in my head, I'm wondering if I'm going to lose everything that I've managed to accomplish. I wonder if I'm going to be stuck at this plateau or this tax bracket for the rest of my life. I wonder if I'm never going to accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish for myself and live the life that I envision in my head. I worry about these things. Still, the reality is I've won. I have control of my time. I can wake up every single day and do whatever I want, whenever I want. This is the fact. I don't have to clock in. I don't have to tell anybody that I want to call off. I don't have to do none of those things. And understand this. This is not a flex. Okay? Understand this. I'm not looking down or talking down upon those who have 9-to-5s, because those who have 9-to-5s have their own business. They're entrepreneurs as well. So I'm not flexing. I'm just looking at things from a different perspective for my life. So in your life, you want control of your time. And in order to get that control of your time, unfortunately, we have to do things that we don't want to do, right? We got to go to school to get a degree. We got to go get these certifications. We got to work this job. We got to do this. We got to do that. This is facts. Because I had to do a lot of things I didn't want to do. Even as entrepreneurs, see, people think as an entrepreneur, everything you do is what you want to do, which is, yes, that's true. But for a long time, I was doing things that I didn't want to do. Like I just said, I shot Freddie B's wedding, him and his beautiful bride. It was a great wedding. But overall, weddings is something that I never really wanted to do. I was doing them because they were paying the bills. And now I'm at a point in my career where I'm choosing not to do weddings and move away from weddings as a professional photographer and focus on other niche markets. So therefore, I had to go through some of the same growing pains. I still had to do a lot of things that I didn't want to do. And I'm telling you right now in this episode, everybody, even though you're doing something you don't want to do, even though you're clocking into this job that you don't want to go to, even though you're going to school and you really don't want to, but you need to get this degree, you need to get this certificate so you can make more money, enjoy the process. Embrace the process. Do not erase the process. Go through it, even though it's uncomfortable. Even though it's inconveniencing you, go through it because we have to play the game, but understand that you're already winning at the game because you are making the moves that you have to make. So ultimately, you can have control of your time and do what you want to do. You can achieve that through your 9 to 5. You can achieve that through your business. You can achieve that through your career. You can achieve it doing whatever it is that you are doing, and whatever goals you are after. You can accomplish those goals and achieve it. Just understand that as you make these moves, make every move meaningful. Don't just make moves just to make them. Don't just be out here doing things, going through the motions. It's very easy to fall into that trap. I fell into it also. But realize that you are blessed. Realize that these opportunities are opening doors for you. Even if you can't see the door right now, that door is later on down that road and it's going to be open for you because of the moves you are making now. Once you get to that door, once you cross that threshold to that door, you're going to be so thankful that you went through this uncomfortable phase. You're going to be so thankful that you made the moves you made. You're going to be so thankful because you are winning this game. You have won the game. Yes, the game is rigged. Absolutely. For Black Americans, for those who are marginalized, the game is rigged. But we are still going to win the game. We're going to win the game, and then we're going to make the game fair. So as you go through your entrepreneurial journey, as you go through your 9 to 5, as you rise up the ranks in your career, you're going to make the game more fair for those coming after you who have the same traits, the same dreams, the same backgrounds as you do. Similar. You are going to make the game fair for yourself. You got to make the game fair for somebody else. You are the one that has been chosen to not only play this game, but master this game, defeat this game, win this game, and change the rules and make it fair for everybody else. Because ultimately, we all want control of our time. And the fact that I had control of my own time for the past 7 years and I've ignored that is wild. But I'm fully aware now. I'm cognizant of it. And I'm grateful. Because now that I'm aware of this, I can go harder. I can make my moves far more meaningful in this game. And I can achieve what I really want to achieve. So those 7 figures, those 8 figures, everything I got on my bingo board, everything I got on my goal list, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Everything that you're after is going to happen. It's inevitable. Appreciate the moves you made. Appreciate the progress you have accomplished. Appreciate how far you have come. And appreciate the wins that you've accumulated in this game. You haven't lost. You might be at a standstill sometimes, but you haven't lost. You are still going forward, and you are still going to win in the end, and you're going to have full control of your time. Despite what avenue you are taking, entrepreneurship, 9 to 5, your career, or a hybrid of all of them, you are still going to accomplish and have full control of your time. And the money, the success, all of that is inevitable, and it's a byproduct. So that's my message this week, everybody. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Control of time is what we are after. And in order to get that control, we have to make every single move on this journey meaningful and not shy away when things get hard, when things get uncomfortable. Play the game, because unfortunately the game is the only way we can get through, even if it's rigged. Play the game, win the game, change the rules, and make the game fair for somebody else. If this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for 2 things as always. Number 1, please leave a 5-star review. And number 2, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you next week.